Folks, I'm with my son Daniel, and Thursday, October the 5th is his birthday. What better way to celebrate than to take a bunch of you to the Leaf game? We did this last year. We had a ton of fun, and we thought, how do we do it even better this year? And the answer, more tickets. We're giving away even more tickets than before. We've got 8 tickets we're giving away in pairs. Daniel, what do they got to do to win tickets?
So to win tickets, it's going to be the same as last time. There's going to be an email address on the screen here. It's leaftickets@teamsessa.ca. We're asking you to nominate the biggest Leaf fan you know that would love to come to a game but might not be otherwise be able to. We're all going to be sitting together. It's, again, Thursday, October 5th versus the Detroit Red Wings, and submissions will be cut off at Sunday, midnight, October 1st. So make sure you get your emails in before then, and we'll see you at the game.
Go Leafs go! I can't believe this keeps happening. I'll talk about that and then get into the latest home prices and insights for the City of Toronto for week ending September 20th, 2023. So speaking with a couple recently, and they are living a nightmare. Let me put that aside for a second. Let's talk about another family. This family sold their house. They sold because they wanted to upgrade. They outgrown the house that they're in. They wanted a bigger home, more bedrooms, more square footage, bigger yards. This was going to be their next move, almost their dream home. They're so excited. So they sold, they bought, everything went smoothly, fantastic. They're so excited. That's not what happened to the couple I'm going to talk about. The couple I'm going to talk about spoke with a realtor. They decided in this market it was better to buy first. They decided on the advice of their realtor, so they bought first. Nice house. They were excited. It's a move up, cost more money than what they were selling. That's where the problem came in. So once they bought, then they put their home on their market and they're trying to sell. They've done price reductions after price reductions, and then when they thought they were done, they did more price reductions, and their home still hasn't sold. Closing date on what they bought has come and gone, and they've extended it, and they can't extend it no more, and they've had to go after private funding to be able to close, or fear of losing their deposit or getting sued. So they've closed. They're still trying to sell. They are living the nightmare. There are no happy situations here for them. Why somebody in this declining market would choose to buy first instead of sell? Well, look, there are scenarios where it makes sense to do that, but most people really should be selling first and then buying. In any market, selling first, knowing what you actually got for your home, and then budgeting to be able to buy, that's the safest bet. But there are situations where you would buy first. But that's a very individual situation. That's a very in-depth conversation to decide if that makes sense. But generally speaking, for most people, you sell first and buy second. Now, most people making a transaction, most people selling and buying, they're not into real estate the way we are on this channel. They're not watching it weekly. They're not monitoring. They don't know all the ins and outs of what to do and what not to do. They count on the professional, the realtor that they hire to advise them. And that's sometimes where the disconnect is. If that realtor's not giving them the right advice, it can screw a ton of things up. So folks, who you hire matters. As a general rule, know that selling first is safe, then buying makes more sense doing it in that order. And if there's an exception, you really got to understand why, and are you still safe in doing the buying first instead of selling first. But man, you really need to get the right information, and you really need to be working with somebody that can properly guide you through this process. Who you hire matters. The advice that you get matters. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Folks, if you're looking for a luxurious multi-family home, check out the video at the end of this video. Listings are up, supply is up. The big question is, with this influx of new listings, are prices coming down? We're not seeing that yet. I'm just going to show you prices are actually heading up. So what's happening? Because we do have a ton more properties on the market right now. Let's take a look. This is for week ending September 20th. I'm starting off with average sold prices, condos, semis and towns, and detaches up top. And I've kind of blocked off August. For the freehold market, generally speaking, prices are up since what we were seeing in August. Condos, not so much. Pretty flat. There's actually, if you look a little closer, condo prices are trending down a little bit. So we're going to start off with Toronto detached prices. Listings, way up. I'm going to get to that slide soon, but so are sales. 153 detached properties were sold, way up from the previous week and the week before that. 43 of those 153 were sold at $2 million or more, way up from the previous week and the week before that. Actually, 43, we've got to go back to the end of June to see those kind of numbers, and it's also, as far as volume goes, we've got to go back to the end of June to see 153 or more sold in 1 week. So sales are up quite a bit over the last few weeks. Average sold price has been increasing now for 3 weeks in a row. Average sold price is sitting at $1,785,000. It was trending down, but the fall market is doing what we expect the fall market to do. Going to the next slide, comparing to last year, this is the same thing that happened last year. The blue, those are prices a year ago, average sold prices. And you're seeing here that they went up last year. They're going up again this year, which is the orange line. We're currently sitting at 3% higher than where the average sold price was a year ago. The median price, it's down from the previous week. Median price is $1,380,000. Average sold price, we said, is 3% up year over year. The median price is 3% down year over year. Sales of the 153 that sold, half of those, 50% sold at list price or more. We're seeing properties sitting on the market, but we're also seeing competition for the really good properties. Properties they're selling with multiple offers. Offer nights are starting to creep back into it. We're seeing it more and more. There seems to be, even though there's more properties, there seems to be a feel on the ground. We're dealing with buyers and sellers every day. There seems to be an intensity that's picked up, more of a sense of urgency for some reason. And it's just compounding with, again, some properties, they just sit, nobody touches them. And others, there's a competition and people are competing to buy. Listings, this is what I'm getting at. Tons new listings compared to what we're used to. Active listings way up from where we've been before. You figure that's bringing prices down, but it's not. Properties are sitting, but others are selling quick, fast, and that's overall bringing average sold prices up. Months of inventory has come down, sitting at 2.6 now. When months of inventory was going up, we were seeing prices trending down. Now it's going the other way. Months of inventory is coming down, prices are trending up. That's all Toronto, for the city of Toronto. If we break Toronto down into 9 different regions, Overall, we said months of inventory for Toronto sitting at 2.6. Some of the more competitive areas that are below 2 months of inventory, well, Scarborough's always on the list. Scarborough sitting at 1.9 months of inventory, High Park 1.9, Etobicoke 1.8 months of inventory. You're going to get a different feel in the neighborhood, and even within, like, I'm looking at Scarborough here, even within Scarborough, there's pockets that behave differently than all of Scarborough's doing. So really, the area you're looking in, the neighborhood is going to determine whether you're going to be competing or properties are sitting there and you could take more time. Right now, there seems to be, though, a sense of urgency out there, and buyers are being somewhat aggressive right now. I know when I say that, buyers are being aggressive. A lot of you are like, what are you talking about? It's declining market. Yes, and I've been saying for the longest time it's a declining market. But there's a whole different feel over the last couple of weeks. Since we came out of Labor Day, there's a whole different feel on the ground, boots on the ground in the streets of the city right now when it comes to buying and selling real estate. Look at semis. 50 semi-detached properties were sold, way up from the previous few months. 14 of those semis sold at $1.5 million or more. Average sold price came down a little bit, but it came down from a high of, we were at 1,389, one of the highest prices we've seen in a few months. We're now sitting at 1,371,000. 1,371 is 13% higher than where we were a year ago. The median price is 17% higher than where we were a year ago. Months of inventory for semis sitting at 1.7, following the same pattern as the detached market. Prices were, months of inventory, I should say, were trending up, prices trending down. Now, the other side of Labor Day, months of inventory has come down, prices shot up. 74% of the semis sold, we sold 50, 74% of those sold at list price or more. Townhouses. For the longest time, I've been saying, we're only doing just a few townhouses a week. Well, we're still not selling that many freehold townhouses. However, 24 were sold, which is a week better than what we've seen. Well, there's only been 3 weeks this whole year, going back 12 months, that has been more than 24 sold in a week. So 24 were sold, 6 of those were at $1.5 million or more. Average sold price is $1,236,000, which is up a bit from the previous week. 1,236 is 0.3% lower than where we were a year ago. The median price is 6.2% lower than where we were a year ago. Months of inventory sitting at 1.5. It was trending up. Now it's down quickly, aggressively. 71% of townhouses sold at list price or more. Here's the condo market. In a lot of ways, like night and day. Very, very different. We've got the freehold market, condo apartments, whole different behavior pattern out there. Sales did not or have not been going up. Sales actually have been trending down still. 173 condo apartments were sold. 19 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price, it's up a bit to $745,000. It was trending down, but for the last couple weeks it has been trending up. So price has been trending up, but sales down. Compared to last year, 745 is 7% lower than where we were a year ago. The median price of 665 is 1% higher than where we were a year ago. And overall, prices have been trending down. The last couple of weeks kind of were up a bit, so maybe we're going to see that starting to continue trending up, but right now trending down. Of the 173 that sold, less than a third sold at list price or more, and that's kind of been the pattern for a while now. 30, 31, 32% selling at list price or more. Listings are way up there. Now I say way up there, I mean, relatively speaking to what we're used to, 915 were listed. Active listings has shot way up. This is what I was kind of talking about before. You know, you're seeing more listings, you're seeing more properties out on the market. Usually that tends to bring prices down. We're not seeing that in the freehold market, but sales did pick up in the freehold market. Well, we're not seeing the sales pick up in the condo apartment market, and that's why prices are still trending down. But tons more condos to choose from. Months of inventory, trending up still. 5.3 months of inventory. That's very much in a buyer's market category. Excuse me. I didn't cough because I said buyer's market. It's in a buyer's market category. Now, condos, we talk about different neighborhoods and communities. Condos, many times, that building is its own ecosystem. So you could have one building, lots of action, lots of activity, multiple offers. Another building could be in this same neighborhood, not so much, and properties are sitting there. So you really got to understand what's happening within the building to really get a good sense of what you should be either selling at or what you should be buying at, and conditions and things like that. Here's a quick summary. Balanced market is here in the middle between 3 and 5 months. Well, the freehold market, we're under that. It's still in many areas going to feel very much like a balanced market, but condos are like way up there. It's a whole different world whether you're buying a condo or where you're buying a freehold property. Thanks for watching. Now check out this awesome multifamily home and go Leafs go. Welcome to 4027 Bloor Street West in Etobicoke. Before I show you the inside of this home, let me tell you what makes it so unique. It has in all 8 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms. It has 9-foot and 10-foot ceilings. Each room has its own individual climate control. These are all luxury features you would expect from a custom-built home. But what really stands out in this home is that it was designed from the very beginning for 2 families to live separate and independent of each other, both above grade. Let me start by showing you the principal residence. So this is the principal residence. Including the finished basement, you have 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, about 3,000 square feet. So here's the finished basement. It has 10-foot ceilings, an entertainment area, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a private walk-up to the backyard. So this is the private, self-contained, luxurious secondary suite with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Have a look.